Good morning, my dear students, and welcome you all in today's class. I am Dr. Ritu Saha, Associate Professor, Department of Microbiology. Today I am going to discuss with you about an important topic of immunology, antibody. Now, what is antibody? Antibodies are immunoglobulin synthesized and secreted by plasma cells on response to stimulation by any antigen, and that antibody can react specifically with those antigen that stimulate its secretion. Now, what is immunoglobulin? Immunoglobulins are glycoprotein of animal origin endowed with or without any antibody response. So, all immunoglobulins are not antibody, but all antibodies are one kind of immunoglobulin. Now, I am going to show you the structure of an ideal antibody. Antibody have two chains, light chain and heavy chains. Light chain have variable and constant region, one variable and three constant region, and heavy chain have four portions. Heavy chains have one variable and three constant region. And on papain digestion, an antibody is divided into two portions, FAB portion and FC portion. FAB means fragment of antigen binding and FC means fragment of crystallization. That means when papain digestion occurs, FC portion precipitates on cold or crystallized. So, that is named as fragment for crystallization. The variable portion of light and heavy chain is bind specifically with an antigen when any foreign body enters in our body, and the specific portion of variable region is again defined into hypervariable region. Hypervariable region has another name called paratope. That means the portion of hypervariable region or variable region that specifically bind with an epitope of a known antigen. Now, classification of antibody. Antibody is classified on the basis of the constant region of their heavy chain. Antibody have two chains, light chain and heavy chain. Heavy chain is classified into 5 types: mu, gamma, delta, epsilon and alpha. And antibodies are 5 types that have mu heavy chain is called immunoglobulin M, gamma heavy chain is called immunoglobulin G, alpha heavy chain is called immunoglobulin A, delta heavy chain is called immunoglobulin D, and epsilon heavy chain is called immunoglobulin E. Light chain is divided into two parts, kappa and lambda, that is named after two scientists, Norgold and Lapari. Here is a comparative chart of properties of 5 classes of immunoglobulin. You show the immunoglobulin G is present in serum in most abundant part. It is about 70 to 80% of total immunoglobulin. Then immunoglobulin A 10 to 15% and immunoglobulin M remains in plasma 5 to 10%. These slides show comparative studies among 5 classes of immunoglobulin. It shows immunoglobulin G remains most abundantly in plasma is about 80%, immunoglobulin A remains in plasma 10 to 15% and immunoglobulin M remains 5 to 10% amount, about 5 to 10% among total serum immunoglobulin. And function, immunoglobulin M can fix complement and have receptor for complement on their Fc portion. Immunoglobulin E can fix mast cell and play role in type 1 hypersensitivity reaction. Immunoglobulin A is predominantly secretory immunoglobulin. Immunoglobulin G is predominant in secondary immune response and it gives us protection from most of the viral, bacterial, fungal and parasitic infection. Now we are going to discuss about immunoglobulins in detail. Immunoglobulin M. Immunoglobulin M remains 5 to 10% of total serum immunoglobulin. The immunoglobulin M has two forms, monomeric form and pentameric form. It remains in serum in pentameric form and when it present on the surface of B cell for reception of antigen, it is in monomeric form. The pentameric form has 5 monomeric immunoglobulin M that is joined by a J chain. Now, function of immunoglobulin M. Immunoglobulin M activates classical pathway of complement and it is the most potent complement activator because of its pentameric form. It neutralizes virus, toxins, can immobilize bacteria, agglutination, and it is the most potent agglutination antibody. Agglutination means it forms clump when it binds with specific antigen. Monomeric immunoglobulin remains on B cell and acts as B cell receptor. Immunoglobulin G. It is the most abundant immunoglobulin in serum and constitute about 80% of total serum immunoglobulin. Its half-life is 23 days, so you can understand that immunoglobulin G remains for long term in our body, so it can give us more protection. It has 4 subclasses: immunoglobulin G1, immunoglobulin G2, immunoglobulin G3 and G4. It is the predominant immunoglobulin of secondary immune response. Now, function of immunoglobulin G. Opsonization. Immunoglobulin G1 and G3 has receptor, Fc receptor on phagocytic cell, so they can act as opsonin. They can activate classical pathway of complement. Immunoglobulin G1, G2 and G3 can activate classical complement pathway. Immunoglobulin G4 cannot activate complement pathway. Immunoglobulin G can crosses placental barrier and it has receptor on syncytotrophoblast of placental cell, so they can cross placenta and give protection from mother to fetus. It can neutralize viruses, neutralize toxins, can immobilize bacteria and play roles in agglutination reaction. Immunoglobulin G can perform co-agglutination reaction, that means its Fc portion can bind with protein A of Staphylococcus aureus and we can use these properties for diagnosis of another bacterial diseases like Salmonella. Immunoglobulin A. Immunoglobulin A constitute about 10 to 15% of total immunoglobulin. It is the predominant secretory immunoglobulin, presents mainly in colostrum, saliva, tear, respiratory, intestinal and genital secretions. It has two forms, monomeric form and dimeric form. Secretory immunoglobulins remain in dimeric form and in circulation immunoglobulin A remains as monomeric form. When in secretion they remains in dimeric form, 2 immunoglobulin A molecule is joined by a J chain and they expose a secretory components that helps them present in secretion. Half-life of immunoglobulin A is 6 days. In this slide, you show a figure of a secretory immunoglobulin A. The secretory component is red mark and the J chain is present. Now, function of immunoglobulin A, which is very important for you in examination. Immunoglobulin A produce mucosal defenses, and it is the primary defense mechanism of a newborn baby that they get from breast milk. Immunoglobulin A can activate alternative pathway of complement. Immunoglobulin A1 gives us protection from many bacterial diseases like Streptococcus, Neisseria, Vibrio cholerae and Salmonella infection. Immunoglobulin E. Immunoglobulin E present in trace amount in our serum, but if any person is allergic or have type 1 hypersensitivity reaction, immunoglobulin E concentration increases in blood. Immunoglobulin E can bind with mast cell basophil because they have receptor for their Fc portion on mast cell. Function of immunoglobulin E is very important. Two functions. It plays role in immediate hypersensitivity reaction or type 1 hypersensitivity reaction and plays role in parasitic elimination. Immunoglobulin D. Immunoglobulin D present in surface of B cell. It present in very trace amount in our total immunoglobulin in serum. The function of immunoglobulin D is yet not known, and scientists are studying about the function of immunoglobulin D. Now we are going to discuss about antigenic determinants of an antibody. Now, what is antigenic determinants? You know about epitope, the portion of antigen to which antibody specifically bind, and you know the criteria of antigen, that antigens are good when they are protein in nature. You know immunoglobulin or antibodies are protein in nature. So, they are very good antigen and may possess antigenic receptor or antigenic determinants on their surface. Three types of antigenic determinants may present on an antibody, that is isotype, allotype and idiotype. Now, what is isotype? 5 classes of immunoglobulins are called isotype of immunoglobulin. The isotype antigenic determinant is present on the heavy chain or present on the constant portion of heavy chain. The isotype vary from each other in their amino acid sequence of heavy chain, and it is usually same in same species. The isotype of immunoglobulin M is same in all human. The mouse immunoglobulin M is similar in all mouse strain. So, it is species specific. Now, we are going to discuss about allotype. Allotype is antigenic determinant that present in constant region of heavy and light chain, but they have allelic variation. That means, in similar species it is same, but it may have allelic variation. So, similar species, different individual have allotypic antibody. Example, multipara woman or repeated blood transfusion disease like thalassemia. Now, idiotype. What is idiotype? Idiotype is the antigenic determinant that have unique amino acid sequence on variable region of heavy and light chain, and the amino acid sequence is unique, that means it is on paratope portion or hypervariable region. Now we are going to discuss about last topic of our session is monoclonal antibody. What is monoclonal antibody? When antibody is secreted or produced from a single clone of plasma cell on antigenic stimulation by a single epitope. Here is a picture how we can achieve monoclonal antibody in laboratory. Application of monoclonal antibody is very important for you. We can use monoclonal antibody in diagnostic purpose. It is excellent diagnostic tool in diagnosis of various diseases like pregnancy kit. Everybody of you know about pregnancy test. It is a strip test and immunochromatographic test where we use monoclonal antibody for detection of human chorionic gonadotrophic hormone. We can also use monoclonal antibody for detection of various diseases like hepatitis B, streptococcus infection, tissue typing in transplantation, tumor detection and blood grouping. We can use monoclonal antibody to detect various immunoglobulin level in serum after many bacterial viral infection. We can use monoclonal antibody for passive immunization like tetanus immunoglobulin. We can use nowadays monoclonal antibody as therapeutic purpose in various tumor and cancer. So, thank you my dear students for your patience. That's all about antibody. Thank you all. See you in next class.